we talk about the change in demographics. So as the baby boomers continue to retire and millennials enter the marketplace, if you think about millennials as youngsters today, you're probably not thinking about them correctly. There are no millennials in high school or in elementary school anymore. The last millennials were the end of the millennials came right before 9/11. And so when you think about this being 2018, if you think about millennials as kids, then you're actually thinking about the following generation. Millennials, by and large, are in the workforce now. They are making purchasing decisions, and they want to make those purchasing decisions in a way that they're comfortable with and familiar with. Now, they don't necessarily have the kinds of product knowledge that previous generations have. That is largely because they tend to be a little bit more dynamic in terms of their career paths. They aren't staying in a job or even with a company for the decades that the boomers used to. I remember when I first got into this industry working for McMaster-Carr, I worked with colleagues who had been with McMaster-Carr for 30, even 40 years, who had deep knowledge of the way product worked, what worked and what wouldn't for a particular application. And that's great. But the challenging part is that the new economy is one where you have to really own your own career path and set your own goals and drive your metrics to deliver the results that are going to get you that next job with that next company. So the amount of time that you have to really spend learning about product is really constrained. Millennials don't have the time to research product and to learn about product that previous generations may have had. So because of that, these new buyers, as they come to look online, they want something that I call immediate expertise, right? They know that they don't know the difference between widget A and widget B. And but they want to get that information as quickly as possible. Historically, sure, that kind of learning may have happened with a conversation with a salesperson or a conversation with a manufacturer's rep. But these days, this generation of buyer goes online to get that data. And the data kind of holds that up. So last year, Demand Gen did a report asking B2B buyers, how are you getting research about product, and how have the ways you have done that changed over the past years? And these are some of the most common topics that the respondents said they strongly agreed with. And the most interesting ones that I find are 75% said, it's more important for me that I trust the source of this information that I'm using, because I'm seeing a lot of sources that I can't trust, that I feel like they don't know what they're talking about because the content isn't complete or it's inaccurate or it's vague. And on the other side of it, while yes, a significantly lower number are willing to say, yeah, I consider content that's coming from a person I buy from, one of my vendors, to be trustworthy. So a lot more are saying, I want a trustworthy source, but not as many are saying, I trust my vendor to give me good content. This is a really strong signal about how this industry has changed, what customers want is changing. And it presents an opportunity for companies that want to compete with the online-only disruptors to do so with a lot of resources that they may already have, but also resources that they can build and build upon.